Hey there, I'm Dr. Ruth Roberts, your pet's ally. I hope that you are all having a great day and that your adaptation to daylight savings time has gone successfully. We've got 2 more weeks before Mexico catches up with the U.S. I wish they'd just get rid of it, but it is what it is. So we've got a few questions today, so I'm going to pop over to our Facebook group. And the first one is from Janice, and she's saying that Rosie has high cholesterol and triglycerides, and her vet is recommending a very low-fat renal diet. And so, Janice, I would advise you to do 2 things. One is, was that lab sample taken when Rosie was fasting? Because if she wasn't and she had just eaten, then that's a reason for her triglycerides at any rate to be elevated. And the other thing is if her cholesterol is elevated, then that's a reason to make sure that her thyroid function is normal, because that is a very common cause of of hypercholesterolemia in dogs. So I would make sure those 2 things are the truth before you start cutting fat. And how high is the cholesterol? Is it 2 points above normal? Is it 100 points? So that's kind of, those are the questions I would ask. And really these are, for a more detailed answer, that's where it's more appropriate to be in the iPets Ally group. But ask your vet those 2 things, and if thyroid function was not investigated, definitely do that. So I hope that is helpful, Janice. And let's see, I think no comments there. And here is Jamie's batch of food for Willie and her box of supplements for him. So glad that he is maintaining his weight. And Jamie, interested to hear if you're going with keto on a week and low methionine diet a week, and kind of how that's going. But I'm super glad his weight's going up. That's awesome. And then Deb is mentioning about Synbiotic, and yeah, I've used that product for a lot of years, and I still like it, but I think that Phytospore is superior in many situations. I'm going to drop that link here, but the reason is that it is a sporulated probiotic, and what that means is that the organisms they're protected, they're in like a hibernation phase until they get down to the colon, which is where the gut actually can use these guys. So they're protected till they get down there. And then the other thing is they have this organism, Pediococcus acidilactii, and it is found on grass. And so I think that's part of what pups have been doing to help kind of keep themselves in good shape. So the only downside with this is the grass-fed beef liver for flavor, and so if your pet is sensitive to beef, it's not a great option. The Microbiome Labs does have a human product called Megaspore Probiotic, and and I've used both of these. So I used it for the Phytospore for Hio because she was having a lot of mucousy stool, and and Debbie, that's exactly the spelling. So at any rate, the Phytospore cleared up the mucousy stool. It really helped with their anxiety, and it's been a great boon. So while we're in Mexico, I had a ton of Megaspore, so we've been using that as well, and it seems to be working really great. So she and Cups share a little capsule a couple of times a week, and that seems to keep them both happy. So Hio was my mom's dog, and she has been traveling with us now since the end of June, so we're coming up on a year. And she is named after Hio Silver because that was my mom's sense of humor. So it's funny, in Mexico, people are very perplexed, and also it reminds me how old I am because there's not very many folks that remember that show. Let's see. And Sherry's asking about constipation. So constipation is a really interesting thing, and I think we talked about this a little bit in the past, but constipation can happen with both high fiber and low fiber diets. And so if this is already a problem, I would consider taking out the colon therapy, because I believe that it has a lot of prebiotic fibers in it. And that may be creating an issue. I know that you had started that in hopes of getting rid of the sorry, I'm trying to spell things in my brain and it's not working. In hopes of helping the constipation, but if you haven't seen that much of a change, then I would consider stopping it and trying a different approach. And I was trying to find maybe it's the Healthy Gut product, the Adored Beast product, so I can help you through that. This one, I'm pretty sure there is a colon therapy one though. Digestive Health, that'll be it. So the other thing you could try is something like chia seeds, and you can I'm not seeing it. Anyway, you can try something like chia seeds or a different fiber source. And chia seeds are pretty interesting. You can take them and soak them, like take a tablespoon, soak it in about 2, maybe 3 tablespoons of water, let them absorb that, and then literally start with something like a 1/4 teaspoon. Another alternative is things like flaxseed, if you're not trying that. And then the other option would be like a very fibrous potato, like a yam or something of that nature. So I would look into those things. I am just not finding the product you mentioned, but often, let me pop back over to the page. So this is their Healthy Gut product. And so, we've got probiotics, papain, which is a digestive enzyme, larch arabinogalactin, which is a prebiotic fiber, and it's touted very, very highly, but it may not be the right thing. And so sometimes it's hard to find. This is the other thing I like about the Phytospores. It is hard to find a probiotic that does not have a prebiotic in it. So that's what I have for you today. I hope you are all well, and everybody's pup is feeling great. So until next week, remember, your pet's best health starts in the bowl. Thanks so much. I'm Dr. Ruth Roberts, your pet's ally.